we've been talking a little bit about the beginning of, you have this news, you got this news, right? It's a new world for you, right? And you're thinking, okay, this big thing is happening. I just found out. I need to tell people about it. What I'm here to tell you is slow down, slow your roll, all right? You need to have a conversation with your partner before you choose to make anything public. You may or may not know that many people tend to wait at least 3 months before they announce a pregnancy. There's a lot of reasons for that. I mean, some of them are just straight up cultural and tradition, but a lot of it's based on the idea that until you get past about 3 months, until you're out of the first trimester, you don't really know how viable the pregnancy is going to be. And it can be really painful to have to tell people that, you lost the baby. Those are conversations that you might want to have with specific people in your family and specific friends, but it's not something you want to have with everybody at work and at school or at church or wherever, right? It can be really private. And you really need to support what the person holding the baby is thinking in terms of this. That doesn't mean you have to, completely sit in silence, but maybe you can talk about kind of what your values are about that. Maybe you can have a conversation and see where they are sitting. Sometimes it's, hey, you know what, we're going to have complete media silence, you know what I'm saying? We're having a complete blackout of all information about this. But sometimes there can be a few people. Maybe it's that, you don't tell everybody, it's not public, but maybe you both have a few people that you really trust and you really want to be involved throughout the entire process, and you let them know. And that might be a parent, that could be a friend, that could be a sibling. It can be whoever it is to you. But you should have an agreement about that, and you should be honest about it. And you should be honest about how you feel about it. Because if you really feel like you want to tell somebody and then you pretend like you don't want to tell anybody just so that it's peaceful, you might end up telling the person anyway, and that can end up biting you in the butt. So let's be honest. Let's have a conversation. Let's negotiate with keeping in mind that, hey, we're reducing our pride, we're reducing our ego. The needs of the person building a person need to come first. But you can, be communicative and see what happens. So before you jump, before you tell everybody, before you're thinking about, pulling the cigars out or whatever the tradition you have, take a second, have some conversation, figure out what you want to do.